Um, it's 6:51 in the morning, Eastern Time Zone. October 27th, 2024. At this time on the calendar, it's clear to say what I witnessed the Washington, D.C. local population carry on last night. Of course, I had to have my sound machine blasting in order to go to sleep. And yes, I go to bed early, but you can tell I'm constantly poisoned in here. So much so that I'm not allowed to even talk about it anymore on YouTube. So I desperately need my sleep. And if anyone is wondering, no, I don't feel safe sleeping here. Right now, at the time stated, I just went out into the hallway in the last 10 minutes, and the dead body stench has grown and gotten stronger and stronger, like I've reported for years. So they have at least two of them are stuffed in the staircase. I knew that's where it was this morning when I went up and down the stairs. The U.S. federal agents believe that they can carry out a fake search. There's no more raids that they want to do in order to protect themselves from prosecution and arrest for being terrorists in a violent organ harvesting terrorist cell. But they want to pretend they're searching. You know how I keep saying there's no search, there's no raid, there's no questioning, there's no anything done. So the very same federal agents who are in law enforcement that I've witnessed in here carrying on with manufacturing, what I'm clear to say what they're doing. They're bomb making here. They manufacture homemade bombs and explosives here. Those chemical stenches are fucking bombs I smell. When they buzz and beep and they're heavy metal objects, those are explosive devices. It isn't until the date and time I just stated that I was even safe to call them what they are, because those very same cops will come and say I'm schizophrenic. And then while they say I'm schizophrenic and they're arresting me for a psych call, which they've done about 6, 7 times. While they're doing that, they'll give me the inquisition about the Secret Service, and then they'll keep shouting, what are the chemical weapons? What do you know about chemical weapons? So on and so forth, asking me up and down, left and right, all these questions about chemical weapons. So if I'm so schizophrenic, why are you even asking me that? Because they know I'm not. They're here to arrest me because it's their fucking explosive devices they're making in here. And it's their goddamn organ harvesting fucking shop. With all the mail that comes of dead people's names. It's been on my account. Those people that come here are dead. I said it up and down and I put it in writing in the mail. I said it up and down and I put it in writing. The Texas politicians, Texas cops, and the Texas Republicans down the street in the Congress and Senate are involved with this house. They're involved with Donald Trump. They're the ones that set this place up initially. They're the ones that are directly involved with the Vladimir Putin, with the Russian military of his. I said it up and down. If you want to review these 5 years, it's a lot to look over, but it's there. It's on record. I kept saying this. All right, so today my threat from law enforcement is fake raids. Not raids. Oh, I misquoted. The searches. They're going to search. They're going to carry out a fake for TV on Instagram. Film us, see us, hear us, look at us. We're pretending to search our own terrorist cell for our own explosive devices we make and our own chemical fucking gas and biological weapons we harbor and store here. We're looking for them. Let's come in and pretend to look for them. And that's exactly what they think they're going to do. And they're still going to come up here and say that I'm the fucking guilty one. Okay, this property, 1509, I distinctly know from witnessing, I witnessed it, is involved with crystal methamphetamine. Big time. So a lot of the people from this property, I can't speak for the properties next door because I wasn't inside those properties, but I was inside this one, this massive fucking narcotic crystal meth here. So the cops, with the way they want to always come on Instagram, go on video, be filmed, they're always doing these fantasy theater role play scenarios that they're actually trying to carry out. They're actually trying to organize and go through with. I'm almost certain that they're really, really high on crystal meth. That this is part of why they have this manic, nonstop, endless behavior here. Why they can't stay away from here. And it's become manic obsession. So now I'm just waiting for more searches, but it's never by the good guys. It's always by the very terrorists themselves. They're supposed to come in. This is DHS, FBI, the ones that have been on my account. DOJ, they're the main ones here. They're going to come and search the property. They know this property better than me. They go through these cubby holes. But they're going to come dressed up as cops and search. Yeah. And the house right now reeks of dead bodies. It's just growing and growing and growing stronger. And I said that ever since they started killing people in here 5 years ago. As the body sits, it just stinks and gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's what's going on right now. But right now, what I'm supposed to also say is what I witnessed the Washington, D.C. local people do last night. So I went to bed early because I'm just a victim of incredible poisoning. And you have to have your sound machine whether you're going to stay up late or not. You can't, no one can take living here. If you're a functioning, healthy, normal person, this is not somewhere that a healthy, functioning person would choose to live. Is absolutely heinous here, okay? And here's another example. So there was like an amusement park of people. They've been gravitating, the town people. I've noticed that the last couple of years, they gravitate to this remote area and they walk by in packs. It's like just what I said, an amusement park. It's been astonishing and jaw-dropping to me that was the reaction, that the celebrity status from the testimonials and the constant work on my end of putting this on the internet, that was the reaction from the town population, was to come here, hang out, look for dates, walk past, be cool, be seen, be really loud, come here to look and see, never to help me, but only to harass me and bully me. And when you see me on the sidewalk, make sure you are behaving as a militant and militantly storm me down on the sidewalk. If I don't move, my God, maybe you'll just physically assault me. I don't confront the people anymore. Every time I walk out, I make sure I get way far away from them. But I'm not allowed to talk about the times I've taken my garbage out, so I can't talk about how I stay away from them and what they did. And how fucking disturbing, like, what really aggressive that they are. I'm not allowed to talk about it. But I am allowed to talk about what they did last night. So they came here by the thousands, it seemed like, or had to be, over the course of hours, a few thousands of people just walking around. Woo, yeah, ha! Everybody partying. There had to be, it seemed like thousands of fucking people. Just everyone up and down that street, up and down 15th. Every fucking muffler car on the planet was driving down the road. Oh, I'm not kidding you, dude. I've never been anywhere like this. I sometimes do better. I do better if I write it down. And when I write with my not text. the typewriter. I don't do the voice record. I never do that. I think for me, my writing comes out better when I actually, when this is when I'm not in a terror cell, but when I'm, my brain is working the best it can and I'm rested and I'm not being critically poisoned. So I'm healthy and all that. I'm not sick laying in my back and stuff. But I do better when I type it. It helps me process my thought of how I want the sentence and what I'm trying to say. So I will write and type exactly what I witnessed here. And I hope that when I finally do it, that people read it. And if you don't want to read it, I hope you do a audio version of my book, of what I witnessed the people in DC do. Because if you can hear at least a narrated audio version of it, it'll be better than honestly how I say it. It'll be me writing it. But so I'm going to do a verbal testimony now. There was like thousands of DC people that came here, and all their muffler cars and motorcycle gangs. Everybody's here. And then around 8 o'clock, right around the time I was trying to go to bed, 8:30, towards 16th, about 1 block north, going the opposite direction of the White House, 1 block. So that's my north. I don't know if it's actually north on the actual compass, okay? But I'm just going to call going the direction of the White House to me is south. So the opposite direction of the White House is north. So 1 block north and to 16th, okay? A gun was fired off. Pop, 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 pop. It was about 6 rounds and nobody cared. And there was no siren response. Well, there might have been, but it was really late because I turned my sound machine. I heard this through the fucking sound machine. I turned my sound machine off to hear if any of these dirty cops respond. They hardly do. They don't respond to the gunfire. And I'm not allowed to talk about that because there's major action that goes on with the guns here and the gunfire and these dirty cops trying to insurrect. So I can't talk about it, but I'll just say to finish my point, to make some sense here. I didn't hear any police response and I was just fucking horrified by that. But I put my sound machine back on and I'm like, I gave up. You're not going to hear any fucking cops return to the scene of someone firing off a fucking gun. You never do here. Fine. I went to bed and all I could hear was people and women screaming and partying, muffler cars over the sound machine. So there's guns firing off like 2 block radius from here and people just swarming around, wasted on something. You could tell they were just fucking fucked up on drugs or alcohol. Everybody screaming, hooting, hollering, no matter what, and all their fucking cars. Boom, boom, boom. This is their type of place to party with all these type of horrifying cars. And yeah, so no matter what goes online, no matter what kind of disgusting smells gush out the front door, no matter what goes on the newspaper about Texas being involved with S Street ISIS terror cell, not declaring people deceased, taking out their internal organs, keeping them alive for up to multiple years. The fake aliases of these dead people, I can prove from here. They didn't report that at NBC because NBC covers up for everything. Yeah, we know that. The media covers everything up for the politicians. What you read is how the politicians are investigating. They're investigating themselves. They can't. They're involved in this. All of them down the street are involved in it. So no matter what goes on the TV or the internet or any of it, they're just going to keep coming here like this manic obsession and get really wasted in the parameter for hours. Hours screaming, hackling like they're possessed. No, like they're fucking like dude, like skits. Like there'd be like all these chicks and they'll all be screaming all at once. Like they're skits. Like they are on shit, dude. And they're all screaming and laughing and there's a fucking terror cell about a block or maybe feet from them. And they know that they're chopping up bodies in here. They know everything is happening in here. It's on the fucking NBC News now. But it doesn't matter. Guns are popping off 2 blocks away. It doesn't matter. They just kept coming. The town people partying, hackling, cackling, muscle cars, motorcycles. It didn't matter here. It never did. And why? Because no one ever did anything about it. No one ever did anything about it. So these humans that I'm describing are convinced they're taking over my country. They're convinced of it. Goodbye.